And welcome back, everybody, to another live reaction here at I'm Not a Coach. I'm your host, Dave Huerta. Thank you so much for joining us on this Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Man, we're about to kick Week 7 off with a popping game, man. Welcome, everybody. We got David Stegosaurus in the chat. Don't forget to like and subscribe, David. I appreciate you, man. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, man. We do as many as 5 games a week, and we're about to get the kickoff here. Return to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, and across the 30, spins his way down to the 32. And Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Double Discount Double Check himself, will start out the game. Yeah, man, Rodgers has been playing phenomenal football, man. He's been playing like a top 5 quarterback so far through the first 5 weeks of the NFL season, man. Holy cow. And we got identified as American. Hey, what's going on, Joan? Who day? Yeah, man, let's hope your Bengals can get a big win tonight. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the left side. Looking, throws to the right, and gets it out to his running back. That is Warren. Breaking a couple tackles and picking up about 3 to 4 very, very tough yards. Holy cow, man. There we go. Rodgers getting it started here on the first play. And David, cheerleaders. Hey, there we go. We got the Cincinnati cheerleaders. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that left side. Ball just shy of the 35. We got 2nd and 6 coming up for the Steelers. Rodgers changed a few things here at the line. Takes the snap. Throws to the left side. Gets it out to his tight end. And will be about a yard shy of the first. That was number 44 for the Bengals with a tackle. But we do have a flag. And it's going to be a false start. So the Steelers moving backwards here, going to 2nd and long. Oh, yeah. A little bit of movement there. That was Giannu Smith, the veteran tight end. All right, 4 receiver set. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Takes the snap, looking, and we'll just throw this one away, setting up a 3rd and long. David, I'll be honest, I picked the Bengals to win, but I will probably enter chaos mode pretty quickly. Oh boy, man. Already chaos mode early on a Thursday, man. I like it. Steve, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Ole, ole, Cincinnati. There we go, man. Let's go. Come to the Bengals, send these frauds, and especially AR back to reality. There we go. All right, we got a 5 receiver set. Rodgers alone in the shotgun, ball just short of the 30. Rodgers looking, deep drop, throws deep to the right. He's got a man. First down, DK Metcalf. Woo! And man, these quarterbacks are old. Rodgers obviously about to be 42 in December. Flacco, I think, just turned 41, or is going to be 41 later this year as well. But these guys, man, they may not be able to run. They might barely be able to move out of the pocket. But these guys still have cannons on those right hands, man. They can still spin the ball. That was pretty. That was a pretty ball, man. Toss to the right side. 1st and 10, ball at the 31. And Warren going to cut it upfield and get it down near the 25. So great adjustment there by Warren, man. That ball was meant to go to the left. Saw no room. Just turned upfield, cut it back up. And picked up some decent yardage, man. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Steelers. Yeah, man, Aaron, this goes back to even in his early days in Green Bay, man. That guy throws a pretty pass, man. Toss right up the middle. Warren's got some room. He's to the 20 and going down to the 15 and a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh man, it was looking a little dicey early in this drive, man, especially after that penalty. But one great Rodgers throw later, man, and the running game is starting to open up a little bit. Yeah, went right up the middle, weaved his way to the left, and then just found a lot of running room. All right, 1st and 10, ball just past the 15. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, and we got a two tight end set. Toss to the left. Warren got some room and gets it down to the 10, a gain of about 5 on that one. I'm confused. You're way ahead. I'm on Prime. Not sure. Dave, are you on Prime? Someone is asking. I am on Prime. Yeah. On Prime. I'm working, parent-teacher conference. Okay. Shh. We can't get Dahlia in trouble. Shh. All right. 2nd and 6. Rolling out to his left. Rodgers has some room, spins it, and goes in and out of the hands of his receiver, man. Woo. That was intended for Hayward, man. That was right back corner of the end zone. Oh, man, he had a step on the defender, man. I think if Rodgers just kind of lays that one a little bit better. All right, we got 3rd and 6 from the 10. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on that right side. Rodgers with time, rolling to his left, now running to his right. He's got a whole lot of time, man. Throws it over the middle. Touchdown to Smith, and the Steelers get the scoring started here. And obviously, if you're new here, we don't turn on the lights until we get our first touchdown of the game. And Aaron Rodgers and Giannu Smith just got us that. So let's turn on the lights. I always have trouble with this remote. Come on. Don't worry, we have a great budget on the show. We have a great budget. That's not the issue. And the extra point is up, and the Aaron Rodgers-led Pittsburgh Steelers go down the field and start off with a great touchdown drive. 7-0 Pittsburgh. Okay, you're actually way behind me. I think I'm pretty sure I'm live. Yeah, I am live. When we come back, I'll basically I'll run the clock here. I'll show you where we are. Basically, I'll tell you. As the clock is moving, I'll kind of speak it out. That way you can maybe kind of line it up a little bit, just a little bit. Shouldn't it be a gray color on the other side because they're away? Yeah, but unfortunately this light doesn't have a gray color. Otherwise it would be just the regular white light, but it doesn't come out looking like white, unfortunately. Also, my walls are a little bit of a not exactly white, so yeah. So I went with yellow and then I went with orange. Well, maybe. It's weird. Would it be pretty if it looked funny, but if it was a black light? Yeah, man. One of these days, man. One of these days. Once we have some yeah, because the closest color I could get, man, was unfortunately like a it was like not an orange, but like a yellow. Unfortunately, the yellow didn't really look. So if you actually look without the camera, this actually is an orange light. It's just a very light orange, but it comes off looking a little bit like yellow, at least on camera. Show us the white light on the other side just to see what it looks like. Let me see here. See? That's the white light. It's a little bit too, even if I brought it down a little bit, it still doesn't look amazing. So yeah. Anyway, all right, we are at 10:51. About to return it to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, and will be brought down at the 27. That is correct. That is correct. All right, we got 10:45 left in the first here. Showing Joe Burrow on the sidelines. All right, we got Joe Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. We got two receivers on that right side. Tight end in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off, and he will be brought down after a gain of 2. All right, the clock is at 10:31, 10:30, 10:29, 10:28, 10:27, 10:26, 10:25, 10:24, 10:23, 10:22, 10:21, and 10:20 if you want to sync up the game with us. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'm not sure. It just says live. That's all I know. Takes the snap, pressured, and down goes Joe Flacco. And we got a 3rd and long coming up. And that was the former Wisconsin Badger Keanu Benton getting to Joe Flacco there first. A pair of Wisconsin Badgers there, TJ Watt and Keanu Benton, bringing them down. Flacco takes the snap over the middle, finds his receiver to the 40, and he gets a first down. That is T. Higgins with a big catch and a big first down. Your game is yeah, I'm not sure why, guys. I'm not exactly sure. But let me know if you guys want me to do the kind of read you the clock as it's going down. That way we can kind of sync it up a little bit. Yeah, but right now mine is saying that I'm 100% current. I'm 100% live. All right, handoff up the middle, delayed handoff, and ooh, great freaking tackle, man. Was that Elliott? Yes, that was, man. Deshaun Elliott with a great tackle on Chase Brown, bringing him down after a gain of about 5. All right, we got a 5 receiver set. Flacco alone in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Throws to the right, pressured, and that'll be incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up for Cincinnati. Joe looking for Higgins on that throw. All right, clock is at 8:11, 3rd and 6. All right, we got Flacco in the shotgun. We got 3 receivers bunched up on that left side. Takes the snap, looking underneath, and will be about 2 or 3 yards shy of the first. That is Jamar Chase with a nice catch. Hey, was Joe Burrow ready to play? No, Joe, they said that the earliest that he will play is sometime in early to mid December. Apparently, there's almost zero chance that he plays before then. Yeah, so by the time we see Joe, it'll be about a week or two after Thanksgiving for sure. And it'll be punted away, get to the across the 2025 and down near the 26. And that's where the Steelers will take over with a chance to take a 2-touchdown lead over Joe Flacco and the Bengals. Clock is at 7:25. Yeah, no, the backup for the Bengals is Jake Browning. Joe Burrow is still on IR, so even if something were to happen, like if Joe or Jake Browning got hurt, I think the emergency quarterback for this game is either I'm trying to see. It would probably be actually a former Green Bay Packer, Sean Clifford, is a guy that's on the practice squad. I think he is not. He's suited up, but he's not on the active roster. So both Browning and Flacco would need to leave this game with injuries for Sean Clifford to be brought in. And why is he at the game? I thought he would be resting. Well, his injury is a foot injury, or right? It's a foot injury, or at the very least, no, foot or ankle. I can't remember. I'm sorry. But so apparently it's nothing where that he can't walk around with it. It's more of like being able to run, make cuts, take hits. Those are the biggest issues where he could be easily re-aggravated. And with that, it's very different. And you see that sometimes with like guys. Like I remember this. Granted, this was a while ago, but B.J. Raji for the Packers, he had a major injury where basically he was out for the year, but he still stayed on the sidelines because he said, I'd rather be on the sidelines with my guys, talking to them and being around my friends and, basically people that I spend 9 months out of the year with than be home alone, hurt and miserable. So, and plus Joe Burrow, man, like one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. You could have a lot worse guys, you know, sitting right next to you, looking at the film or the Microsoft tablet and kind of giving you tips. Hey, this is what I'm seeing on the tablet. Blah blah blah. Let me see here. Dave is 6 seconds behind me. Oh, okay, gotcha. I think we're getting closer. Then. Week 9, Dave is KC versus Buffalo. Okay, that should be a good one. KC Buffalo. Yeah, and there might be a delay because from when I say something to when YouTube is showing it, there's always a delay as well. So it may not even be the Prime delay; it just might be YouTube delay. All right, takes the snap, tosses it to the right, to the 26, to the 30, to the 35, and down at the 38. Great run by Warren, man, dude. He has been running pretty smoothly the last couple carries. Joe, week 9, David, okay? And Joe said he was going to the game tonight. Oh, there we go, man. No, it's good to see Joe Burrow on the sidelines. Rodgers takes the snap, throws it quickly to the left, and will pick up about 6 yards. That is DK Metcalf with another catch there. He wants to support, absolutely. Game on, absolutely, man. Yeah, and you see that sometimes with I believe T.J. Watt when he got injured a couple seasons ago. He traveled with the team. He was around the sidelines the entire season. Yeah, some guys they just don't want to be home. They want to be still involved as much as they can. All right, Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to that left side. Handoff, flea flicker, Rodgers, and that'll be incomplete. Uh-oh. Warren getting yelled at by Aaron Rodgers. Literally, Rodgers was like, "What are you doing?" I can't read lips that well, but I read that. So apparently, that was not a designed flea flicker. 10-second delay. Okay, gotcha. All right, we got 3rd and 4. Ball at the 44. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on the right side. Looking, throws deep to the left, and overthrowing Giannu Smith on that one. Then that'll be bringing up 4th and 4 for the Steelers. It's the difference between running your car down the paved street versus taking it through the 6 inches of water on top of the mud and a 30-degree bank while towing. David, I tell you, man, like I've called you this before, man. You are a poet, my man. You paint a pretty picture. All right, Steelers gonna punt this one away. And fair caught just inside the 20, down near the 17. And the White Kitties are going back on offense here. 5:58 left in the first. Pittsburgh still on top, 7-0 over the Bengals. Steelers leave at 1 a.m. Ooh, luckily for them, if they're taking a, I'm assuming they're flying still. So that, what do you think? Probably like an hour to get back to Pittsburgh, if that. Yeah, I remember taking a flight from Wisconsin to basically to Maryland. That's actually the only time I've ever been to the East Coast, and yeah, it was like roughly like an hour 15 flight. So I'm assuming from Ohio to Pittsburgh, it's not that long. Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing? AK, long time no see, my man. How you been? Look at that, man. We got the chat hopping, man. We got 10 people here. Holy cow, man. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. We're on the commercial break, so we're not missing a thing. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys being here, man. What's going on? If any of you guys are new, hit up the chat. Let me know who your team is. If you're rooting for anybody here tonight, let me know as well. But regardless, I appreciate you being here, man. If you're new, like and subscribe, man. It helps out the channel, helps out the video, and but regardless, I appreciate you being here. They're departing near their house from CVG. Okay, right on, man. Dude, Captain Mickey Mouse, man, always has the info on the travel, man. I love it. Been doing good. Conflicted if I want to root for A-Rod or not. Hey, man, do whatever feels right, man. Do whatever feels right. Yeah, man. In this one, I don't know, man. I don't know who I'm really rooting for. To be honest with you, I'm rooting for a good game. No, maybe a pick six, just like David is. Um, I'm just hoping for a good game, man. I know the Bengals have not been a great team since Joe Burrow left, I should say, since he got hurt. And obviously Pittsburgh, I think they are number one in the AFC because of their record at 4-1. So we'll see. Flacco under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to the right. Throws it out to Chase. And we'll get it down to the 26. A nice pickup of about 9 there for Jamar Chase. So, one, it would be hilarious if the Bengals beat the Steelers. I think the memes would be hilarious. I think that's kind of what I'm rooting for. But there's a lot of Wisconsin Badgers that play for the Steelers, man. And I'm a homer, man. I am a homer. I was born and raised in Wisconsin, and Anytime that happens, man, they got to root for the Badgers. Quick throw to the right side and incomplete. And that'll be 3rd and 2 coming up. We do have a flag, and I think it's going to be on Pittsburgh here. Pass interference. So, yeah, we got Joan, she's a Bengals fan. We know her allegiance there. Dahlia, I know she's hasn't been a fan of Rodgers since he left Green Bay, so I'm assuming she's rooting for the Bengals as well. But she's at work, so. And then David, I think, picked the Bengals to win this one. Play action and nearly overthrows Jamar Chase. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nearly could have been picked off there, man. Joe has to be careful. He was leading the NFL in interceptions when he got traded to the Bengals. Two hours and 1 minute. Wow, really? That's a longer flight than I was expecting. 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, and the Bengals will pick up about 5 yards, setting up a 3rd and 5. All right, we got 4:35 on the clock here. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking to his left, pressured, gets it out to his safety blanket there. Tight end will pick up a 1st down, and in Steelers territory, that was Noah Fant, the former Denver Bronco, with a nice catch and run. Oh, we got some TMNT there. Let's go. All right. Fakes the handoff. Flacco pressure. Gets it out to Brown, who drops the pass. If he catches that one, dude, not only is he getting a 1st down, he's probably picking up at least 15 yards. There was nobody near him. Yeah, the nearest Steeler was engaged in the block about 7 yards away from him. And there was no way he was going to be able to chase down Brown on that one, dude. 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle, and we'll get it across the 45 down to the 44. 3rd down coming up for the Bengals. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looks like single receiver to that left side. All right, we got 3rd and 6. Yoshivash in motion. And I think it's going to be a false start on the Bengals. Almost that entire right side of the formation moved before the snap. And that's going to be on the right tackle, Mims. All right, 3rd and 11, 5 receiver set. Flacco takes the snap, throws it over the middle, and gets it. No, incomplete. Andre Yoshivash, man, is coming off a rough game where I think he dropped 3 passes last week against the Packers. And then this one, probably wasn't going to pick up the first down, but had a chance to at least pick up at what, 7-ish yards. Yeah, man, this kid came on last year as a reliable target, man. He was a good number 3 for the Bengals, but this season, man, it's looked like he is beginning to lose time and opportunities to some of the guys behind him. And there's going to be a fair catch, but there's going to be a flag. The Bengals running in to the kick returner after he raised his arms for a fair catch. So it looks like the Steelers will get a couple extra yards there at the end of that fair catch. We got 2:45 left in the first. Still the one touchdown for Pittsburgh on the board. It's not often you see a punter get angry at somebody else. All right, Dave, 56 minutes to see if they have the same plan that took them. Oh, okay, so 56 minutes. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I was saying. I was like, 2 hours. I was like, no way. But yeah, 56 minutes sounds relatively right. All right. Well, there we go. All right. While we're waiting, man, to prepare for this game, man, I was the game I knew was going to be hopefully close because it's a divisional game, short week, old quarterbacks, so I'm hoping it stays close. I hope the Bengals can kind of get something going here on offense at some point. Oh, right on. Heck yeah. That's good. F the pressure. But yeah, man. Sorry. So who do you think is wearing more Ben Gay in this game? Joe Flacco or Aaron Rodgers? Pressure. You're gonna get thrown out of here. All right, we got Rodgers in the shotgun, two receivers to the left. Moves his running back into the backfield. Takes the snap, quick throw to the outside there to the left. And that is going to be a pickup of a few yards, maybe 3 or 4. And that was to number 10, Rome Wilson. 3rd round pick out of Michigan from last year. Rodgers alone in the shotgun, takes the snap. 2nd and 6, ball at the 31. Looking, rolling to his right. Avoids a sack and delivers a catchable pass to Giannu Smith, picking up a first down for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Solid coverage there, but Giannu able to keep his toes in bounds as he caught it as he was going out of bounds there on the right side. Good luck. Stegosaurus aren't known for being light. Woo! True that. All right, Rodgers under center here. Single receiver to the right, single back in the backfield. Toss to the right side. 1st and 10. Great run, and he picks up the first. Kenneth Gainwell going off for 11 yards. Look at that, man. The tight ends and the big guys there just creating massive gaps for Gainwell to run through. Nearly broke it loose, man. It was the safety that brought him down at the end. All right, ball just inside Cincinnati territory. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers stacked up on that right side as well. Pressure, throws to the left. He's got some room, and he runs out of space there. Picking up nothing. That'll set up a 2nd and 10 for the Steelers. All right, we got about 25 seconds left in this first quarter. This will be the final play, likely the final play of the first quarter. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Looking, throws it out there to... Is that Gain? No, that was Warren picking up some decent yardage there on 2nd down. Picks up about 7. And that's it. First quarter in the books. We got the 1 touchdown. Got the lights turned on. But since then, it's been a lot of defense, man. A lot of defense. All right, so obviously these guys are playing on a short week. Obviously they're playing late at night, kind of 7:15 at this time, probably a little, around 6. And I'm going to kind of throw this question to the chat, man, and let me know what your response is. Do you think that Rodgers and Joe Flacco were able to bond with their young teammates because they all had to have an early dinner for this night game, Now, most of these guys, man, they're done playing by, 3 o'clock, and then, they can eat their dinners at 5 o'clock like normal people do. But, Joe and Rodgers, man, they've been eating their dinners around 3:30 for the last couple of years now. So do you think that they were able to give these young guys some tips on, what to do, how to eat dinner early, that way by the time the game starts, you're not hungry again? T. Higgins is going nuts right now. Wild. Hey. He's probably saying, like, throw it to your, T. Higgins over there. He's like, throw it to T. Higgins. What are you doing? All right. Kitty Higgins knows if you throw it to T. Higgins, it's usually gonna be some good things that happen. Davis is not short on old. Oh God, no! You should see literally. I wrote down jokes. I got at least another 4 or 5. I'm gonna try to spread them out though. Let's try to spread them out. Come on, Cincy. Come on, Bengals. You can win this. Let's go. There you go, man. Steve. Go, man. You gotta give him that energy, man. You gotta give him some energy. He's spinning his balls in his toe. He's trying to show these Bengals how to catch passes, man. He's like, this is how you do it, man. This is how you do it. There you go. You always got to have hope. Always had to have hope. All right, listen, we're coming back here. 3rd and 3, ball at the 43-yard line. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. 2 receivers on that left side. Hands it off up the middle, and it will be very close to a first down. I think they're going to give it to him. All right, we got Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield. Toss to the left. Got some room, and woo, gets smashed after picking up about 4 yards. Second down coming up for the Steelers here, right around the 35. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right, single receiver to the left side. Takes the snap, looking, throws it underneath the coverage, and gets a first down. Once again, Giannu Smith. Very active early in this game, man. He's the one that caught the touchdown, caught a nice first down along the right sidelines, and now picks up another first down here. Gets the Steelers well into field goal range. All right, we got 1st and 10, ball at the 27. Rodgers alone in the shotgun. And Cincinnati is going to take a timeout here. That is the first of the half. So as this game kind of goes along, man, and it gets a little late. It gets a little bit harder to kind of read, the plays maybe on those armbands that some of these guys have. So which quarterback do you think is going to come out with the reading glasses first? Like on 3rd and 9, Rodgers is going to be like bringing out the glasses and be like, "All right, I told you guys, I have at least 5 of these jokes. I still got more. 1st and 10, quick throw to the left side there. Breaks a tackle to the 20, down at the 18. And that is, I believe, Scotty Miller picking up 9 yards on 1st and 10. And the Steelers are in the red zone here. All right, 2nd and 1 from the 18. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to shifting actually over to his left. He's got 2 receivers stacked up on that right side. Toss to the left. Warren stays on his feet, breaks a tackle to the 15, stays on his feet again to the 10. 5, touchdown, Pittsburgh, but we do have a flag. And we will see what it is. From the looks of it, it's coming back. And it is. I like seeing older quarterbacks. It makes me think I could be a cheerleader. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's the best joke of the night right there, man. I like it. Back 10 yards. Yep. Did you cheer in yesteryears, John? 2nd and 11, ball at the 28. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got 2 receivers on that right side. Rodgers looking, has all day to throw. Now he's breaking the pocket, rolling out to his right. He's going to take off and run to the 25 and slides at the 27. All right, look at that, man. The old man still got Still got a little pep in his step there. Rodgers looking like he was about to run for some hard candy, man. He's like, ooh, butterscotch? Let's go. All right, we got 3rd and 5 here. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got a single receiver on that right side. Rodgers looking, pressured. Ooh, nice move, rolling out to his left. Ball a little extra time and delivers a catchable ball to Kenneth Gainwell, but it'll be about half a yard shy of the first. So we got 4th down coming up for the Steelers. So do you kick the field goal, go up by 2 possessions? Or do you risk the biscuit and try to pick up that half yard? Yes, I cheered in my living room. Hey, there we go. Jeez, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. And QB sneak, and Rodgers picks it up, but we do have a flag, though. Oh, actually, no, that Rodgers wasn't even part of that. Never mind. And it's going to be a false start on the Steelers, so now that question is going to be answered for them. So yeah, so with that penalty, now it is 4th and 5, and they're going to send out Chris Boswell for this field goal attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. And the Steelers take a 10-0 lead with 10:26 left in the second over the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Sorry. Sorry, David. Sorry. I'm sorry. And then just to balance out the jokes, I'm gonna make some jokes of myself as well. Some of these tosses that they're throwing to the running backs way too high. I wouldn't be able to catch them. They'd be going over my head. I'm a short guy, guys. I'm very short. And you know when there's a flag for a low block, it would just be a regular block. If anything, they might miss me. They might accidentally hurdle me while they're trying to low block me. Dude, look at Troy Polamalu, man. Those hairs are gray, 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 man. Holy cow. Still doing head and shoulder commercials too, man. It's hilarious. Keep forgetting Mason Rudolph is back with the Steelers. It's a backup to Aaron Rodgers there. All right. Kick is away to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25, and taken down at the 27. And that is Samaje Perine on the return. All right. Flacco under center here. Single back in the backfield. Tight end in motion there. Hand off. Finds some room to the 30, 35, 40, and down across the 50. And finally goes out of bounds in Pittsburgh territory, man. Chase with a heck of a run. Let's see the blocking here, man. Woo! Dude, that was a beautiful, beautiful freaking. Yeah, dude, they basically created a seal with the left tackle, and I think it was the center or the left guard, man, able to kind of create a seal, and that just opened up perfectly timed too, man. A big run for the Bengals, and Flacco forced to use the second timeout here, stopping the clock at 9:38. All right, we got 1st and 10, Flacco in the shotgun, running back behind him, single receiver to the left. Joe looking, dumps it underneath, and oof. Brown just got absolutely lit up by Clark. Dude, that was some downhill tackling right there, man. What do they say? All gas, no brakes. All right, we got 2nd and 16 coming up. Cincinnati knocked back into their own territory right at the 49. Flacco takes the snap, looking, throws it underneath to Yoshivas, and he'll get it down to the Steeler 45, setting up a 3rd and relatively long. All right, we got 3rd and 10. Flacco alone in the shotgun. Looking, delivers a ball, and that is to Jamar Chase down near the 31, and a 1st down for the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Yeah, Chase just finding the soft spot in the coverage and just settling down right there, giving Flacco a target to hit. Boom. All right, we got 1st and 10. Flacco in the shotgun. Quick throw to the outside, and it's caught somehow. Jamar Chase was bobbling that for like 3 yards down the field, and then at the very last second, just before he got hit, able to just snatch it, spins out of the tackle, and picks up even more yardage after that. Wow. And that was Darius Slay, man, the former Eagle, former Detroit Lion, missing the tackle. 2nd and 3, ball at the 23. Flacco under center, single back in the backfield. And it's going to be a false start on the Bengals there. Flacco is throwing much better. Oh, yeah. Definitely, definitely. I think he's had a couple more days. Because I think when he played in the Packer game, he had only been with the team for 4 days. And now, fast forward another 4 days. So he has played and started for the Bengals twice in 8 days, which is crazy to think. All right, Flacco hands it off to his running back. And it's a first down run for Samaje Perine. Just a great run, picking up nearly 10 yards on the ground. Captain Dave, I bet you Allen is out with his wife and kids this week because they're off. Does Josh have kids? I don't think he does, dude. Throw is up and nearly incomplete. I think T. Higgins made a great diving catch, man. When Flacco threw that one, it was batted right at the line and it kind of just popped up in the air. And it looked like one of those where you just see a defender getting underneath it and picking it off. But T. Higgins might have gotten under that. Let's see here. Right now, I think the official word is not a catch. I don't know, man. Everything that they've seen, they're showing, I should say, that's a catch. Okay, they readjust. Okay, so 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, great catch. Ball at the 13, hand it off. Get it down near the 10 and across the first down marker. Chase Brown with a 1st-and-goal for the Bengals, man. He is getting... Jesus, Captain. Oh, my God. Oh, man. I know. I don't think you meant it to sound like that, but that was hilarious, man. You know what? Congratulations, Josh. Go get some, man. Quick throw over the middle and touchdown! Oh, no. Hold on. All right, they're saying touchdown. There's no... Okay, there we go. Now we have the broadcast saying it's officially a touchdown. Wow. So, quick throw over the middle. Tight coverage. Did he control the ball all the way to the ground? I don't think that's a touchdown. As much as I would love it to be a touchdown, I don't think that's going to hold up. Yeah, he never that ball is that ball is everywhere along his body except for his hands. Dude, that looked like Jamar Chase was trying to do like an interpretive dance with the ball. Like he had that in his belly, on his hip. You know, then he got it kind of to the side where the ribs are. Then he hit it with his. Then he kind of had it around his thighs. Yeah, that was wild. But they are calling this a no catch. There we go. Yep, that's not a catch. Incomplete and sugar. Absolutely. All right, second and goal, ball at the 8-yard line. Flacco lobbing this one to the left, and touchdown, Jamar Chase. But once again, this one I think is going to be on the Bengals for offensive PI. We'll see what the word is. We still have a flag. Nope, they're marking it as a penalty on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they will decline that one. And Cincy on the board for the first time tonight. Jalen Ramsey, man, working on Jamar Chase, and Chase getting the best of him. All right, extra point is up. Moneybags up here. Let's go. And McPherson's kick right down the middle, man. We have 4:38 left in the first half, and the Bengals are on the board for the first time tonight. TD, there you go. Heart emoji. Chase, let's go, man. Jamar Chase. Yeah, man, he's had a rough couple weeks, man. Especially with Jake Browning being the quarterback, it was not looking great. And so far, man, Joe Flacco, he's looked good. I think so. Weirdly enough, this trade might have actually improved the Bengals, which brings into question why would the Browns trade him inside the division? But maybe that was I think the Browns were, I don't want to say desperate, but they must have really wanted Joe Flacco gone. Not because of him. I think they just wanted to get something out of him. Because I think Joe, this might be his final season in the NFL, I think. So they're like, hey, this guy probably is not going to be playing quarterback for us. Let's try to see if we can get something out of it. And I guess the Bengals were the ones that gave the most, or were willing to give up the most. Poop emoji, Chase. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Steve, there you go. Yes. Joe does look good. Yep. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Absolutely. I agree with you. LOL, David Stegosaurus. You're so funny. David's the man, man. David is the man. Let me see here. Oh, did you ever get a chance to watch Bill's clip I sent you from New England game where the guy called? I did actually. I remember I watched the video and then I saw there was like a news report from like the local area over there, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, like Josh and the Bills got the ball back, and they gave the guy a replacement ball. I think the funny thing is the NFL was asking him to give it back, and they would give him something, and the guy was like, "Yeah, I've been told that before, and that never happened. So unless you give me the other ball now, I'm keeping this one." So the NFL negotiated with the guy, and they gave him a proper NFL ball that was not the one that he caught from the field. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was a good video, good story, man. Very interesting, very funny too. Like the guy was like, "No, unless you give me one right now, I'm not giving this ball back." All right, Steelers are back here. Rodgers trying to orchestrate another touchdown drive here just before the half. Ball at the 30, first and 10. Rodgers under center. Single back in the backfield, single receiver to that left side. Darnell Washington in motion. Fakes the handoff. Looking deep. Launching this one. And intercepted. Aaron Rodgers picked off. I don't think he was touched down. He's to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, down to the 45 of Pittsburgh. Well, that arm punt did not work out well. And number 27, that is Jordan Battle, the safety man out of Alabama. Former third-round pick. Yeah, Rodgers just... Whew. And once again, he was never touched, I think. Let's see here. Oh, no, never mind. He was. DK doing a great job, man. Very smart veteran move there. Just all you gotta do is just make a little contact, and that's it. You don't need to tackle the guy. All right, so instead of getting the ball at the 45 of Pittsburgh, Cincinnati's going to get the ball at their own, I think it's like around the 23. We got it. There we go. Oh, noes. Oh, noes. Oh, no pick six. What a waste. I know. Might as well just give it back to the Steelers. If you're not going to score a touchdown, you might as well just give it back to the team, all right? But yeah, that was a weird decision by Rodgers, man. Like the corner was always with DK. The safety was always going to be able to get over the top. It's not like the safety came down on the play action. So I don't know, man. I think that was just one of Rodgers like, hey, let's see what happens. And yeah, no. All right, well, the Bengals get the ball back. That was a pretty quick possession for the Steelers. And they got 4:25 left. It's only been 13 seconds since the Bengals last had the ball. Run up the middle to the 30, 35, breaks a tackle, spin move to the 40, 45, 50, stays on his feet across the 45 and down inside Pittsburgh's 38. Wow, dude. Wow. Wow, dude, that was an insane run from Chase Brown, dude. All right, well, officially ball at the 39 of Pittsburgh. That's basically where they would have gotten the ball if the interception return would have counted. Throw over the middle, incomplete, but there is going to be a flag. That was pretty obvious PI. Jalen Ramsey having a rough night so far, man. He got caught on that touchdown throw to Jamar Chase. Now gets a PI call called against him going up against Chase. Wow, Brown has some moves. Chase has his back. There you go. Absolutely. Yeah, Jamar Chase with some great blocking there on that great run by Brown. All right, we got Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got two receivers on that right side. Ball at the 35. Samaje Perine getting it down inside the 30, down near the 29 for Cincinnati. Picks up about 6 or 7 there on the run. You can always tell it's Perine because he's got that massive, massive beard that he's had for the last few years. All right, Flacco under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to that left side. Quick throw over there. T. Higgins to the 15, to the 10, 5, touchdown! Cincinnati! Wow, dude. For a second there, I thought it was going to be picked off, but Flacco threw that thing perfectly down the middle. T. Higgins caught it in stride and then just put the burners on, turn it upfield. Wow. All right, Moneybags in for another extra point and a touchdown. Oh my goodness, man. Wow. So the Bengals have scored 2 touchdowns to take the lead in less than, I think it's been like less than 60 seconds, if that. Let me see here. Captain Dave, what is that question? Was T. Higgins drafted? He was drafted uh, by the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm just trying to remember what round. Second or third? Pretty sure. But yes, he was drafted. I'm pretty sure he was a day 2 pick. Let's check it out. Second round pick back in 2020. He was actually the first pick in the second round. T. Higgins, I'm giving him a treat. Let's go. Look at that, man. Kitty Higgins getting a treat. T. Higgins getting a touchdown. I don't know, man. All the Higgins are winning right now. There we go. T-shirt Higgins. There you go. Yeah, dude, the freaking Bengals, man, they have come alive on the last couple minutes here, man. The interception by Rodgers. It looked like the Bengals were going to get the ball at the 45, but the defender was touched down back at I think it was the 25. And then the great run by Jamar Chase. Great bad penalty on the Steelers. A great run by P. Ryan. And then after that, great catch and run by T. Higgins to get the Bengals their second touchdown of the night and the lead for the first time in the game. And they are up by 4. Rodgers is asleep. Yeah, man, that was a weird decision by Aaron, man. I don't understand what he was thinking or what the thought process basically. I'm not sure. Joe giving him inspiration, man. Absolutely, man. All right, kick is away. Call it the 5, to the 15, to the 20, 25, and down across the 30. And this is where Rodgers and the Steelers will retake possession here and try to see if they can get something going. Obviously, the last time they had the ball, Rodgers just decided to say, screw it. Let's see what happens. And just chucked up an interception. All right, we got 2:47 left in the half. Next Thursday's game needs a tie. Minnesota versus the Chargers. I don't want either one to win. Dave, your next week they are in Minnesota and the Chargers. Oh, should be a good game, man. Should be a good game, I think. Toss to the right, to the 33, fumble, and recovered by Battle. I think they're gonna mark him down though. Yep. Elbow down. Ball doesn't come out until well after he is down. All right, Rodgers looking, throws it underneath to Warren, and he breaks the tackle, gets a first down, and will be down near the 45. And we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Bengals on top of the Steelers, 14-10 on a 14-0 run. Yeah, man, Minnesota has looked pretty solid. I think their running game is looking good with Mason. Trying to think here. Wentz, obviously, outside of that first game where he looked amazing, and even then, I think it was mostly a defensive performance when they racked up those points in that first start with Wentz. He's been okay. He hasn't been awful, but he hasn't been spectacular. You can still see why Wentz has just kind of fallen off and has been more of a backup the last handful of years in the NFL. I think the Vikings are doing a great job on defense, especially with all the injuries that they have along the front seven. I think even their secondary has been dealing with some injuries too. Um, yeah, the Vikings are a good squad. We'll see if JJ McCarthy actually comes back. We'll see if he improves because outside of that fourth quarter against the Bears, the kid looked rough. He has not been amazing. And we'll see. We'll see if that time away kind of, maybe watching some extra film, maybe the couple days of practice to kind of heal up might be doing them some good. And yeah. For the Chargers, obviously, they are 4-2 because they got the last second win last week. They started out 3-0. They lost 2 straight, and then getting a win last week. But yeah, I'm trying to remember here. I know they lost their starting running back a couple weeks ago. Vidal looked pretty darn good last week, so if he can kind of continue to perform, I think that's only going to benefit Herbert and these receivers. I think they're also missing Quentin Johnston last week. Who knows if he'll start this week? I think there's a chance, they said. So once again, they're dealing with some injuries to some big names there that have helped them get to that 3-0 start. But if Vidal and Lad McConkey, let's go. If Lad can have another big week, man, hopefully the Chargers can kind of get right. Their defense should hopefully play better this week, especially if JJ is playing. They could probably take advantage of a young quarterback, maybe make him probably throw some passes he does not want to make. But regardless, I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think it'll be close, and I think there's going to be some decent points scored in that one. All right, looks like we're coming back here. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers on that left side. Ball at the 47, handoff up the middle, gets it across the 50, down to the Bengals 47. Let's freaking go, man. Holy cow. We got 6 people watching. I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's see if we can kind of get 5 likes on this video. That'll be a goal. If we can get 5 likes, let's go. Thank you. Another handoff up the middle, and Warren picks up about 2 yards roughly. So it'll be 3rd down coming up for the Steelers. Clock is continuing to run, and 3rd and 4 coming up. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. All of a sudden, this Steelers offense has kind of just shrunk in terms of like their ability to kind of push the ball down the field. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left, looking, gets it underneath, and Warren picks up a first down to the 41. Gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. it looks like the Steelers are going to use a timeout here, stopping the clock at 49 seconds. Steelers defense are not that great today. No, and that's it's interesting because I think they were doing a better job of stopping the run earlier in the game, but you're starting to see some things open up, and I think that part of that is Flacco's been able to find guys down the field, even if they haven't been like throwing it 20 yards down the field. It's been 5 to 12-yard throws, and I think that's opening some things up in the front seven. Rodgers in the shotgun, looking, dumps it underneath, and Kenneth Gainwell slipping on the turf and will lose about 3 yards on the running back screen there to the left. And that's going to force the Steelers to use their second timeout of the half. Bumpkin heads. Were you combining bum and pumpkin, or was that a? Were you trying to say pumpkin heads? Pumpkin. Pumpkin. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on the right side. Quick throw, and I think that's an interception. That might be an interception. They're saying first down, but I think Turner might have stripped that ball out. This is definitely going to have to be looked. Let's see here. Pickens. DK has it. Yeah. I think that's a pick. Metcalf doesn't have full control. Got kind of slapped there. And then before he hits the ground, I think Turner is able to rip possession of that ball away. Well, would it be an interception or a fumble? I'm not exactly sure. Geno Stone laying a freaking hit on him. I think they're going to go with that his butt touched the ground before he completely lost control of the ball. I think that's what the call is going to be, but I will see. But at the end, that what I won, so I hope they get a bad, so bad by time. And the official call is an interception on the field. Rodgers is absolutely furious. He is telling the referees, I don't care if it's a turnover. It just can't be an interception. Call it a fumble on him. Oh, man. Rodgers is hot right now, man. DJ Turner, man, with a great play on the ball. Gets the Bengals' second consecutive interception. Wow. $40 left. And I think the Bengals are going to be just okay. They're going to probably run a couple plays here, but they're not going to try to risk the ball getting picked off. Or Flacco in the shotgun. Throws it, and great catch by Jamar Chase, picking up about 15 yards on the deep out route there on the left sideline. Stops the clock, too. My old man is better than yours. I don't know, man. I think Rodgers is going to have to throw out some of that Bengay, man. Maybe that arm's a little Hey man, when you get old, that arthritis kind of starts to hit the joints a little bit. When you try to throw that ball, it's just oh, they're looking at this one. They're saying they're checking to see if it's a catch. One, two. Yeah, I didn't see a single frame on the previous ones or the last one that would indicate that's an incomplete pass. Because again, and this has been said by like Gene Stetsitator, Mike Pereira. The ball can move. That's not the issue. It's not like if he's trying to tuck the ball or move the ball to one hand, that's not considered losing control or not having control. But there is no indication that he bobbled that pass. And both feet are in bounds, I'm pretty sure. They sure are. What do you think, Dave? I think that's a catch. Again, they didn't really show that last one wasn't a great angle because it was a little low to the ground, so you really can't see where that first step is. But I'm pretty sure that first step is in bounds. The second one for sure because he drags it and he has possession of it. So yeah, and there was no. And I was checking the ball too because I was like, oh, did he bobble it? Maybe that was it because the feet were great. Even live, I was like, oh, that's a catch. But then when they started questioning, I was like, oh, did he maybe bobble it a little bit? I saw no bobble. I saw him move the ball to one hand. It was his left hand. He was moving it to. But again, the ball can move. It's just whether the ball is out of his control, which it never was to me. So, you loving the ads, Dave? Oh man, yeah, dude. That's with the amount of ads that are around, man, it's just wild. There's so many ads that I've seen 30 to 50 times this season. I have not once heard what? Oh, okay. Okay. Now I saw it on that other angle. Yeah, for some reason Chase just kind of let go of it to I don't know. Okay. All right. I was wrong. Second and 10. Ball at the 30. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got some time. Similar route that we just saw. And Chase picks up about 13 of the 15 yards that they would have picked up on that previous play. And it is going to be a first down for the Bengals. Clock stopped at 30 seconds. You shall not pass. No, I agree. No bobble. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it was a weird thing. I understand why they called it an incomplete pass. Chase did let the ball go. I think it was intentional, but yeah, it was another similar route. And I think he picked up the first. There's an argument of him going backwards, if that might be keeping the clock running, but I think yeah, no, he turned it up. So yeah, that should be stopping the clock there. So once again, a couple great catches along the sideline by Jamar Chase. So this one's 2nd and 1. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. Jamar Chase to his left. Looking over the middle and complete. Never mind. And there's a late flag. And from the looks of it, it's going to be on Pittsburgh. Yep. Joey Porter Jr. pass interference, man. It has been an ugly, ugly second quarter for the Pittsburgh secondary, man. Jalen Ramsey giving up touchdowns with a bunch of penalties, giving up some big yardage to Jamar Chase, and now this one, Joey Porter just grabbing anything he could on T. Higgins there. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 38. Flacco, throw to the left, and incomplete, unable to connect with Jamar Chase. He was moving backwards. Shouldn't the clock keep running? They say if you move, it's not the moving backwards is that the issue is whether you intentionally go backwards. He kind of turned it upfield. He kind of tried to flatten that route out at the end. That's all they look for. That's why. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, over the middle, gets it out to his tight end, and will only pick up about 4 or 5 yards. And the Bengals are going to use their final timeout here. Yeah, I don't know what was going on here. There we go. For a second there, I thought the clock was about to run out. Flacco, when in doubt, where's number one? 100%. Very, very true. That's what it seems like on this drive, especially. All right, in comes Moneybags to attempt this 49-yard field goal. Can the Bengals make it 17 points straight? All right, snap, hold, kick. And McPherson's kick is perfect right down the middle. And the Bengals, down at 1 point, 10-0, have roared back in the second quarter to score 17 unanswered points to close out the half. Sorry, I'm way behind on chats here. Sorry, guys. Let me see here. Bengals OC, no Joe. When in doubt, throw to number one. Don't go number one. There we go. It's always an important distinction. All right, you can't pee yourself on live television. Can never live it down. Captain Mickey Mouse, Bengals timeout. There we go. Joan, Moneybags. Yuppers. There we go. All right, man. The Bengals looking good. They're looking good here. Joey Porter Jr. is still talking to the refs here. Long after most of the players have gone into the locker room, he is not happy with that PI. But, I mean, yeah, man. Like, it was PI. Maybe you can make the argument that T. Higgins was also getting his hands on him. But they're always going to call that against the defense, man. That's, unfortunately, the modern NFL. But that was definitely defensive PI. I mean, he was like grabbing, tugging, all over his shirt, man. Like, you can't pull on the shirt. You can get away with a grab, but you're not gonna get away if that thing is being pulled back. I was like, come on, man. Being back, timeouts, marker. Absolutely, man. Holy cow, man. What a freaking game so far, man. It looked like the Steelers were going to kind of just run away with this one a little bit here. It looks like Rodgers and the offense, the only time that they were getting stopped is when they were making their own mistakes. And then that drive by the Bengals, man, took them down the field, got the running game going. The passing game started to look really good. They caught a few breaks, just a few breaks with some PI, which I think that first one was probably the most questionable one with Jalen Ramsey. Because I think Jamar Chase was also being pretty aggressive and handsy with that one, but it was one of those 50-50. It wasn't egregious. And then once again, Rodgers on the next offensive drive for the Steelers on the first play tries to go deep to DK Metcalf in double coverage. Not only does he overthrow him, but the safety was always over the top and um, Battle able to get the great interception and then a quick, what was it, like 4 offensive plays for the Bengals to go from their own 25 to the end zone. Yeah, and then Rodgers with another pick, throwing it to George Pickens down the left sideline. This one a little bit more uh, unique in that it looked like DK had the ball in his hands, but then just got stripped before he went down to the ground. Interception, and then Bengals with a couple seconds left. I think they had 40 seconds with this at the start of this drive, and they were able to get down the field and kick a field goal, man, to make it a 7-point game. Yes, I picked Flacco and Jacob Browning. There we go. Cincinnati are cooking, and the Steelers are choking. What a lovely view to watch. Steve, the the absolutely collapse of the Steelers is bringing out a very colorful look on you, my man. DK be like, chicken strips would have been better. Yeah, dude, Jalen Ramsey has had a rough game, man. Like that out route to the left sideline or to the sidelines in general has just been open all night for Jamar Chase. Like that final drive, how many times did they throw that same route? They did it on the first one that got called back for it as an incomplete pass. Then they did it twice, got a first down. I think the second one picked up 9 yards, and then they tried to hit it again one more time before having to settle for a field goal. But and that one, if Flacco just lowers that ball by about a foot, or maybe throws it a little bit to the inside, that's another catch for Jamar Chase and a first down. So yeah, there was at least 4 times where Jalen Ramsey just got cooked on that deep out route to the sideline. So I'm just watching the highlights here. I'm just watching Rodgers again, just yell at his teammates. It's wild. It's wild. Joan Who Day. There we go, man. Look at that, dude. To be honest with you, man, I was like I said. I think I said it last week. I was hoping the Bengals would get a win tonight. Their fan base, as they're going through a tough time, man. Joe Burrow being gone, having to kind of suffer through Jake Browning. Granted, no fault of Browning for the most part. He didn't play well. That was not good quarterbacking at all. But still, like it's tough, man. There is not a whole lot of support for Jake Browning at the time. The Bengals defense was not playing great. The receivers were kind of struggling to get open. The running game was not looking like this for sure. But man, dude, Flacco has looked like the Joe Flacco we saw kind of with the Browns a couple years ago when he won the comeback player of the year. You know, took him to the playoffs. Like this is the Joe Flacco we were hoping to see with the Browns, and then obviously this is why the Bengals traded for him. Man, they were saying, hey, we can get the Joe Flacco from a couple of years ago, we'll take it. But yeah, let me know what you guys have seen so far. What do you think? What do you think? Can the Steelers can I get back into this one? Do you see something? Do you think the Bengals may have peaked a little early in this game, or are the Bengals just gonna stay white hot in the second half? Cool. Don't know much about him. Oh, Joe Flacco. Yeah, Flacco is he's been an interesting guy for most of his career. He obviously was drafted by the Ravens back in 2008. That was his rookie year. It was him and Matt Ryan were like the the two great rookie quarterbacks that year, man. Matt Ryan with the Atlanta Falcons, Joe Flacco with the Ravens. And Flacco early on in his career, man, he like when you are quarterback, a rookie quarterback in the AFC North, man, you got to grow up real fast. Because at that time, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they had Ben Roethlisberger, but on defense, man, they had Troy Polamalu. Um, they had Harrison was there, man, causing just issues everywhere. And then I'm trying to think here, the Browns were they were the Browns back then, but they still were a team that you did not want to just take it easy with. Divisional game. The Bengals at the time were still kind of in the Marvin Lewis era where they were still kind of trying to find their identity. Still haven't picked up, Andy Dalton and AJ Green yet. But yeah, dude, the Steelers and the Ravens, man, they were battling for most of the 2000s, well into the 2010s, and it was a different era back then for sure. Dahlia, I got home in time to see a Ryan yelling at the players just like he did with the Packer players, belittling them in front of millions of people. Oh yeah, no, Rogers. He's an emotional guy for sure on the field, especially. He's for a guy that really likes to kind of talk about like trying to be peace and trying to be chill. On the field, man, is he's a different kind of guy, man. He is usually you don't see Rogers smiling too often, unless things are going great. Then yeah, but if it's close, man, there's like he's gonna be yelling for sure. And holy cow, man, we got 7 people watching, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you haven't. If you're new to the channel, man, we do as many as 5 games a week. We do one on Thursday, obviously. We do three on Sunday, and then we do one to finish off the week on Monday night. And we've been doing pretty well, man. It's the chat is always popping off, man. We have some great people there. So please make sure if you join the channel, join the chat as well, man. We got some awesome people here. All right, but Dahlia, how was teacher conferences? How was that, man? Also, thank you for watching during that as well. Dave, get ready for the third quarter. It's starting soon. Let's go. All right, bam. Let's hit third quarter. The best, especially when you can't see the game. Yeah, that's especially for some people I know when I remember last year there's a couple people watching when they were at work. They kind of had me in the background, so and they couldn't watch the game. So that's why I always try to be as descriptive as I can. Also, try to be entertaining at the very least as well. Try to give you guys a little something here. Packers kicking to the Bengals, I think. Packers. Packers. Whoa. Better get Jordan Love out here, man. Description is good. Thank you. Thank you, John. I appreciate you. Let's see if Rogers is woken up during the break. Well, it's you got to be fair to these guys. This is definitely past their bedtime. Usually they're starting to sleep by like 6:30. They have their dinner around 3 to 4. Maybe 4:15 if they're feeling spicy. And then by 6:45, man, these guys like Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers, they got their NyQuil or whatever they got going on, and they're in bed. So it's gonna be returned by the Bengals across the 30 down to the 32. So I want to say thank you to Aaron Rodgers and Joe Flacco for disrupting their sleep schedule to play a football game with us. I know they're usually asleep like 3 hours ago, but you know we do it for them. I think this is them giving back to the youth of America. I'm telling you right now, I still got two or three more jokes. I'm gonna try to spread them out in the second half here. All right, Flacco throws to the left, gets it out to Chase, who breaks a tackle, but unable to stay on his feet. There we go. Yep, he's like, ah. He had a first down, man. He had a first down. Yeah, still going to pick up about 5 yards there on the quick throw and catch. Oh, nearly lost the ball on that one. And we have Darius Slay very slow to get up. Rogers and Flacco gonna show up at your house at 11:30 p.m. and give you a big thumbs down to prove that they can stay up late. Honestly, that would I would take it. I would take the loss. I'd be like, you know what? I apologize, guys. If they did that, because that's commitment. That's a level of pettiness that I can respect. And I know Rogers, if he cared just enough, just a little bit, we know Rogers is a petty guy. And I mean that as a compliment. Man, Rogers, he holds on to things for sure. 2nd and 5, Flacco looking, dumps it underneath to Chase, and he will pick up about 3 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2 coming up for the Bengals. Flacco, on the other hand, I don't know. He seems to let things go pretty quickly. I think the closest thing he's ever shown to like anything resembling like a chip on his shoulder was, I think it was just after he won the Super Bowl. He was kind of saying like, yeah, I'm not an elite quarterback, just a Super Bowl MVP. Handoff up the middle, and it's a first down for the Bengals down to the 45. And the Bengals nearing midfield here. That was Samaje Perine picking up some tough yardage. And with that last run, the Bengals are over 100 yards on the ground. Yeah, coming into this game, they were averaging 56 yards per on the ground. They were dead last in the NFL in that statistic. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. Hands it off to Brown. He's going to find some room across the 50 down to the 47 of Pittsburgh. Jacob Elijah caught the ball, Dave. Noah Fant nickname. I know a fantastic guy. Oh, there you go. I like it. I like it. Noah Fantastic. There we go. Second and 3. Got Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. Quick throw. And Jamar Chase breaking the tackle down across the 35, down to the 33. Dude, the Bengals are just marching down the field, man. What the heck is going on here? All right, Flacco alone in the backfield there. 5 receiver set. Quick throw, slant route to the 20, and down to the 17 is Jamar Chase, who is just having a freaking field day right now, man. It doesn't matter if he's catching out routes towards the sidelines, running slant routes like he just did. It's all working for Jamar Chase right now. 11 catches, 99 yards, and a touchdown for Chase. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers on the right side. Gives it to Brown, and he picks his way for a gain of 3 down near the 15. Your Packers have New York Giants week 9. Week 9, let's go. Yeah, I think next week the Packers go up against Rodgers and the Steelers, man. Should be a pretty good game. Can't remember if that's a Sunday night or a Monday night. I think it's Sunday night. But I'll have to double check at some point. All right, we got 2nd and 7. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. Pressured. Throws it deep to the right and incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up here. There you go, man. We finally saw something from this Steelers defense a little bit. Finally got a little bit of pressure, moved Flacco off his spot. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got Jamar Chase on that left side as well. 3 receivers on the right. Flacco, quick throw to the right side, and it'll be very close to a first down. Andre Yosivash is going to be about half a yard shy of the first. Rodgers next week. Yes, it is, man. That's been circled on the calendar for a while now, man. Rodgers going up against his former team. I believe the Steelers will be at home for that game. So Jordan Love and crew are going to be flying over to Pittsburgh. All right, we got 4th and 1. Bengals looking like they're going to go for it. We'll see. They do. And Flacco with the second effort. Wait. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Bengals used a timeout from what it looks like. Oh, no. Okay. Challenging the spot. Okay. Rodgers, the 26th. This week, Green Bay is in Arizona. Yep, we're going up against Kyler Murray potentially, and the Cardinals, who kind of been up and down this year for sure. Mostly down recently. All right, looks like we're gonna go to a commercial break here when we come back. So I think the spot is gonna be, if anything, is gonna be a little bit closer. I just don't know if it's a first down. Either way, it might be worth the challenge. If they can move that ball up half a yard. Down with the sickness, your mother get up. Come on, get down with the sickness, your mother get up. Come on, get down with the sickness. I can't sing the whole song, otherwise this might be copyrighted. Though they may not recognize my attempt at singing as music, so might be safe. Yes, Murray, that sweet allow with his black face. Okay. Okay, gotcha. I had to make sure that I read that whole sentence, otherwise, ooh, could have been a couple things that would have gotten us in trouble here. But yeah, he's got the yeah. Kyler's been doing that for. I think he even when in college he was doing that for sure. So I double checked here. I was let's see here. The runner was short of the lines again. This is an unsuccessful challenge. Cincinnati will be charged a timeout. Okay. So unfortunately, since they had to be specific with the challenge, so the ball is going to be slightly moved up, but it's still going to be considered a failed challenge because of the wording. All right, Bengals offense out there. Flacco under center here. Going to try to do a quarterback sneak here. Boom, and I think they got the first down. And it'll be first and goal at the 7 for the Bengals here, man. Flacco getting a little bit of assistance there with his tight end Sample behind him. I caught a sight, dude, because it was right to the left of Zachary Taylor there. I was thinking of you, David, when I saw that cheerleader run up the middle, and it'll be a pickup of about 2 or 3. It's going to be somewhere around the 5 here. Samaje Perine picking up some tough yards. All right, Captain. Appreciate you, my man. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. He's got 2 receivers on the left side there. Running back now motions to the left side. Flacco with a little bit of time, throws to the right, and great play by Jalen Ramsey, man, getting his hand on that one. Otherwise, that is a touchdown. Another touchdown for T. Higgins. I think if Joe would have gotten that ball out a little quicker. Woo! Has Ramsey always played without gloves? one of the few guys that play defense or honestly catches a pass without any gloves. It's awesome. All right, we got 3rd and goal. Ball at the 5. Flacco drop back, long drop back, rolling to his right, running out of time, and he will just dump it away. And it looks like the Bengals are going to have to settle for a field goal here. All right, in comes Moneybags McPherson, trying to give the Bengals a 2-possession lead here for the first time tonight. Kick is up, right down the middle. One of the best kickers in the NFL, man. And the Bengals have scored 20 unanswered points, man. All right, man. All right, Rodgers is going to be taking the field here. I think at halftime he might have taken some gemstones, ingested a couple of them to kind of give him some powers, bring him back to his youth. I know he likes the crystals. I know he likes the crystals. So. One of the second best kickers. Bills have the first kicker because it. Kick is away. Caught inside the 5 to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30. Great return for the Steelers down near the 40. And that is Kenneth Gainwell. The change of pace back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Flacco closing in on 175 yards. Already has 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Rodgers under center here. Single receiver to the left, single back in the backfield. Ball officially at the 39. Toss right up the middle. And he'll be brought down near the 44, picking up about 5 yards. Is Jaylen Warren. What? I'm not laughing. Bills have Tyler Bass that doesn't miss his kicks. I'm not disagreeing with you, man. Bass is he's been a good kicker for the Bills. Right now, I think he's still hurt. I think it's still Matt Prater. All right, we got 2nd and 5 here. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver to that left side. Toss to the right. And Warren picking his way for a first down near the 50. And the Steelers marching. Couple good runs there by Warren. All right, Rodgers under center. Got 2 tight ends set here, single back in the backfield. Toss to the right. He's got room. He breaks to the 35, to the 30, and down near the 25 is Jaylen Warren going off for 20-plus yards, running along the right sideline before going out of bounds. Dude, these toss plays, man, they have been picking up big chunks of yardage. I think with that run, I think Warren is close to 80 yards on the ground on 11 carries. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 26. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield. Another toss, this one to the left. Cuts it upfield, and the Bengals say, all right, enough of that. Picks up about 3 yards there. Left spin move, pick 6, please. Let's go. Yep, hip hop. For me, man, hey, cheers, my man. Cheers. I don't think I have any booze, but I'll drink some of this. Cheers, my friend. All right, we got 2nd and 8. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got single receiver on that left side as well. Looking to the left, and him and Darnell Washington not on the same page. I think that was Rodgers being a little bit frustrated with him because I've seen that throw before. That was not a catchable ball. That was him not running the right route and Rodgers saying, I'm just going to throw this one away. All right, we have less than 5 minutes left in the third. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Single receiver on that left side. Quick throw to the right. Gets, I believe that is Wilson with a big first down and in the red zone of Cincinnati. Ooh, just running a great freaking slant route. Roll over the middle and incomplete. There is a flag on the field, though. Captain is now a Rams and Bears fan. This might be on the Bengals here. No, it's actually going to be on the Steelers, man. Illegal shift. Oh, there's 2 flags. One on each team, offsetting penalties. So, he'll redo the down. All right, we got Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got 2 receivers on that left side as well. Ball at the 10, 1st and 10. Throws to the outside, and Darnell Washington unable to break a tackle and will lose about 6 or 7 yards on the tight end screen there to the right. I always wonder, man. Like, I get it. If the play works, then nobody's going to question it. But why are you giving basically a bubble screen to a 265-pound tight end? Quick throw to the outside and batted down, trying to get it to Giannu Smith along the left side of the field. But great coverage by DJ Turner. Yeah, to me, that baffles me, that kind of play. Like Darnell Washington, yeah, is a really good athlete, but he is not fast. He is a big red zone target that you want to get in the end zone. So you can use his size and strength to catch passes, not get the ball out quickly so he can try to, like, even if he makes a man miss or is able to stiff arm a guy to the ground, like, eventually people are going to get to him pretty quickly. We do have DJ Turner down on the ground. It doesn't look like a serious injury. Might be cramping up a little bit. I bet you Rodgers poop in the locker room during that time. I don't know, man. Maybe. Yeah. Sometimes after one of those, sometimes you feel 10 pounds later. Seastrom! Good morning. Question: is football drunk this year? I think so, man. I think they might be drinking. I think they might be taking something stronger than booze at this point. Because, yeah. But what makes you say that, Seastrom? Let me know. Is there anything specific or maybe a couple of examples? I don't know what's going on anymore. Seastrom, I would like to say yes, football is drunk. All right, we got 3rd and 18, ball at the 19. Rodgers in the shotgun, looking, throws it over the middle, and touchdown! Pittsburgh to Pat Freiermuth. Just chucking that one, making that thing spin and whistle to the left seam there, man. What the heck was that? Ooh. Middle linebacker not going with him. Safety going to the outside. Bad communication. Bad communication. All right, man. It looked like for a second there, Pittsburgh was going to have to settle for a field goal, but man, great throw by Rodgers, man. That thing was humming on its way to the end zone. I mentioned it before the game, man. Both of these guys, they're not as quick and athletic or as fast as they used to be when they were both starting for the first time back in 2008. But these guys still have the arm to make almost any throw that you need them. Nearly half the teams in the NFL are just weird, like not even close to what was expecting, and it changes literally week to week. Absolutely, man, 100%. Yeah, like the Packers, if you would have gone off the first 2 weeks, they look like the best team in football. Then they lose to the Browns, only score 10 points. And then they score 40 points the next week. But then their defense has their worst game of the season by giving up 40 points as well. And then they tie at the end of that one. The Bengals. I was about to say the Bengals. The Bills, 4-0, looking like one of the best teams in football, now have lost 2 consecutive games going into their bye week. Chargers, they beat the Chiefs in week 1. They go 3-0. They're looking like a great team. They look like, wow, the Chargers are finally looking like the team that everybody has been, or the media has been hyping up them, have been expecting for the last couple of years. And then they almost lose their 3rd straight game last week. Who else? Chiefs are 3-3. And then the Ravens, 1-4, 1-5, 1-5, I think, on the year. Yeah, dude, it's been a weird one for sure. I think the closest team that I can say, actually they just lost last week too, were the Lions. For a second there, I was like, oh yeah, the Lions, they're probably the best team in football right now. They're the most consistent. And then they just get trounced by the Chiefs. Just absolutely manhandled by the Chiefs there. So, yeah, man. Seastrom, I completely agree with you, man. I don't know what to think. I don't know who to pick as like the favorite. That's why I just go with the flow, man. Don't try to anoint anybody in October or November. Just go with the ride. Samaje Perine getting this one to the 33. Come on, Cincinnati. Come on. Bengals, don't blow this up. All right, we got 1st and 10 here. 3:49 left in the third. Flacco, quick throw to the outside of Chase Brown. Spin move, and he will lose about 2 yards. But hey, we got a spin move. Yeah, they got Joe Burrow with that boot on his leg, just kind of just has it kicked up, just you gotta keep the leg elevated, you know, brings down the swelling just a little bit. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, 2nd and 12, ball back at the 31. Quick throw to the right side there, and T. Higgins catching his first pass in a while, getting it down near the 39. All right, we got 3rd and 4 coming up. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. Pressure, throws deep down the field, and Yoshivas with an incredible catch, getting it down near the 25 of Pittsburgh. Ooh, great move at the line. The safety completely went underneath to cover the short routes, and that just left Yosivas wide open, streaking down the field, and Flacco put it on him. Oh, we got a bloody hand from Joe Flacco. 1st and 10, ball to 24. Pressure, gets it out underneath. T. Higgins brought down at the 18. All right, man. T. Higgins, man, having a drive right now. 2 big catches. 2nd and 4, ball at the 18. Flacco under center. Single back in the backfield, single receiver to that left side. Quick throw to the left, and Chase picks up a 1st down near the 9, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Bengals. Jamar Chase working on Darius Slay. Woo. And Flacco with a throw, and that'll be incomplete. Unable to get it to Chase Brown there. There was some really good coverage. I think Flacco was just trying to make sure that that pass did not get picked off. We got 23 seconds left here in the third. Flacco with a handoff, And we'll get it down near the 25. Chase Brown on a decent run, picking up about 3, maybe 4. And that'll be the final play of the third as we head to the fourth. The Bengals on top, 20-17 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. At one point, the Steelers did lead 10-0. And then the Bengals went on a 20-0 run. And then Rodgers, man, on that, I don't even want to say, I don't think, was it the opening drive? No, it wasn't the opening drive of the third quarter, man. Just spinning one to Pat Freiermuth down the left seam with a big touchdown on 3rd and 18. Oh, man. Boom, boom. Fourth quarter. Seastrom, go Steelers. There we go, man. Steelers. Yeah, man, they were looking good in the first quarter, and then they just stalled out since then until that try that we just saw a couple minutes ago, man. We'll see if the Bengals can maybe tack on a touchdown, make this a little interesting, force Rodgers and this Steelers offense to kind of try to get the ball down the field. You know, DK Metcalf, he's been relatively quiet for a while now. I think one of the last 2 throws that Rodgers has tried to target DK ended up getting intercepted. And Seastrom, who are the Aggies playing this week, my man? Let me know. Do you think now that we're late in the game, Rodgers and Flacco are gonna put their little footy pajamas now just to be comfortable, so that way once the game is over, they can just kind of go straight to bed? It's way past their bedtime. We got 3rd and goal. Flacco takes the snap, throws over the middle, wide open, touchdown, Noah Fant. You know what? Noah Fant is a fantastic guy. I tell you that much, man. There we go. That was for you, David. That was for you, my man. All right, man. Cincinnati, man. That offense is still hot. All right. McPherson. Money bags is perfect tonight, man. Bengals retake a 10-point lead early in the fourth over the Pittsburgh Steelers. That was a smooth route. Great throw. All right. They play Arkansas, start of a 3-week stretch of road games. Oof. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough, man. But the Aggies, I mean, they've been looking impressive, man. Let's go. Yes. There we go. Haha. And it's past my bedtime. I appreciate you being here, Seastrom. I do. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, these games have turned me into a little bit of a night owl, man. Usually I've been, when I was younger, I stayed up very late a lot of times. But over the last couple of years, I've been sleeping relatively early, but football has been keeping me up way past 11 now. All right, caught right at the goal line to the 20, to the 25. Spin move, and not rewarded for the spin move. He'll be brought down right at the 25. Joe Moneybags. I'm happy for them and Flacco. Absolutely, man. They have looked good. They have looked a lot better, man. Not only has Flacco uh, looked better on this team, but the whole Bengals team in general has just looked a lot better. So, there you go. Steelers. There we go. All right, ball officially at the 27. Rodgers under center. Single back in the backfield. Single receiver to the left. Toss to the right. Gonna try to get out to the 35, to the 40. 45 across the 50. Stays on the street to the 45, 40. And down near the 35. Wow, dude. Warren well over 100 yards rushing after that one. That toss run has just been open all freaking game long, man. Yep, all the way down to the 36. Warren, 13 carries, a buck 19 on the ground. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his right. Quick throw to the left side, get it out to Pat Fryer, moves, and he'll pick up a first and a lot more. Woo! All right, so the defenses are no longer playing defense anymore. That's what you're telling me. Because what should have been maybe a 5-yard run, catch and run, turns into a 15-plus catch and run. Yeah, picked up 18 yards to the 18. First and 10, two receivers to the right side. Rodgers in the shotgun. Did not expect the snap, but does it again. Another bubble screen to Pat Fryermuth. This one, no gain, and this one to the right side. All right. Quick throw to the left side. This one to DK Metcalf, but he will only pick up about 4 yards, and it'll be third and about 4 coming up for the Steelers. Maybe third and 5. All right, we got less than 12 and a half minutes left in the game. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got two receivers stacked up on that right side. Rodgers looking, throws to his tight end, Darnell Washington, and he will get it inside the 5. First and goal coming up, Pittsburgh. Dude, Darnell is a massive human being, man. I know he was big coming out of college. I don't remember him being this big. All right, Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Two receivers on that right side. I'm expecting a run here. They do. Get it out with Warren. He moves the pile and we'll get it down near the 2, I think. So second and goal coming up for the Steelers. I mean, I know it won't happen, but now would be a great time for a pick six. Rodgers fakes the throw and touchdown! Darnell Washington, the tallest human being in the end zone, catches it here for a touchdown. Not surprising. Not surprising. And I just mentioned that on the previous drive, actually. I was like, Darnell is not a guy that you throw bubble screens to. He is the guy that you get into the end zone and he puts that big paw up there to signal, hey, throw it to me. And that's what he did. Boswell's kick is right down the middle, and the Steelers make it a 3-point game once again, man. 11:03 left in the game, and we'll see if the Bengals and Joe Flacco can keep it going on offense. Let's not get jazzy now. You gotta get the jazz hands out there, you know? There we go. Joan, how's Kitty Higgins doing? And I hope you don't give. Hope you don't mind if I gave the kitty a nickname. He crashed. Well, I mean, with all that jumping he was doing, he got the Bengals all riled up. I mean, ever since you told me he was jumping around, they have scored 27 points. Yeah, they've outscored the Steelers 14-27 since then. Let's go. It's like the Thundercats, man. When one got the power, the rest of them did too. Oh, he was running and hitting the balls with his toy. Oh, kick goes out the back of the end zone. Actually, no, it's going to be kneeled down there. So, Bengals take a touchback. Our dog gets tired around 9 p.m. and then also means he can get grumpy because in his droopy eyed sleepy state, he thinks you're coming for his chew sticks. Well, he better watch out because I love chewing on those things, man. He is right to fear me because I'm coming for him. As soon as that eye closes, man, I'm going for him. All right, 1st and 10, Flacco under center. Hands it off to Chase Brown and bouncing it to the left. And we'll pick up a first down, gain of 11 on the second effort there. That gap closed up, but able to bounce back and then just bouncing it to the left. Let's go. And what breed of dog? Hey, there we go. There we go. Mix Cocker Spaniel and Cavalier King. Charles Spaniel. Hey, there we go. Flacco under center. Play action, gets it out to his tight end, to the 40, to the 45, to the 50, to the 45, and down near the 44 of Pittsburgh. There you go. That's how you set up a tight end flat route there. Whew. Great job, man. Caught it at the 35 and got it all the way inside the 45 of the Steelers, man. Noah Fant, 4 catches, 44 yards, and a touchdown tonight. Had a spin here. Oh, that's awesome. Flacco looking, hit as he throws. And they'll say that's incomplete. 2nd and 10 coming up. All right, Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick throw to the left side, gets it out to Jamar Chase, and he'll be down near the 39, picking up about 5 or 6 yards there. All right, we got 3rd and 5. Flacco in the shotgun. Throws it over the middle, and Jamar Chase breaks a tackle to the 30, 25, and down to the 24. First down, Cincinnati. Yep, got away from his defender, caught one, broke a tackle, broke another, and then just throwing a little spin move there at the end, too. Jamar Chase, 18 targets, 14 catches for a $128 and a touchdown, man. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his left. Handed off. Brown to the 25 and spun down at the 18. Oh, boy, man. If he was able to stay on his feet, he was going for a long, long stroll to the end zone. And with that last run, Chase Brown, 10 carries, 106 yards on the ground. By far his best night of the season. Second and 3. Flacco in the shotgun, running back to his right. Single receiver to that left side. Delayed handoff, and I think it's going to be a gain of about 2, but I think they're going to get the Steelers for jumping off sides there. Oh, no. It's actually a holding call on the Bengals there. So Patrick Queen perfectly timed that one, and then that forced the was that Reisner? No, that's not Reisner. Reisner is the left tackle. Rivers forced the right guard to just basically tackle Patrick Queen. I'm appreciating Brown. He has his attributes. Oh, for sure. All right. 5 receiver set. Over the middle. And for one of the few times tonight, Jamar Chase unable to haul that one in. It maybe would have picked up like 2 or 3 yards. So nothing too crazy. For sure. Chase Brown, I think I've said it before. I don't think he's a featured number 1 back like a Derrick Henry, like a Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley. But I do believe that he is a guy that he's a good number 2, actually a really, really good number 2. And I think he can have games like this. I just don't think he can be a number 1 guy. But tonight, It's looking like a number one for sure. Quick throw to the right and incomplete. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And they're saying the coverage was great and the Bengals are going to have to settle for a field goal. Yeah, that should have been offensive. That should have been defensive PI. He literally had a hold of T. Higgins' hand or arm. He literally had a grip on it. All right, McPherson in for this 45-yarder. He's made one from 49. Snap, kick, and right down the middle, man. Right down the middle. With 6:58 left in the game, Rodgers and the Steelers offense are going to have an opportunity to retake the lead late in the game. Hey, were you just talking about Troy? Troy Polamalu? I think I've mentioned him a couple times in this one. Because I was talking about him. Basically, Joe Flacco was coming into the league when Troy Polamalu was like basically in his prime. He is in a commercial, yes, sir. He's been doing those Head and Shoulder commercials for what feels like a decade and a half, easily. I think he started doing them somewhere around like 2010, maybe 2012. But yeah, man, the hair still looks great. It's got a little salt and pepper in there now. David, opportunity to throw a pick six. I mean, Rogers doesn't throw too many of those, but let's be honest, man. Lately, he's been throwing a couple more of those than we've seen, man. Especially just interceptions in general. He's already thrown two tonight. And I'll give him a break. The second one was not really on him. I mean, he got it to the receiver, but uh, Metcalf unable to hold on to that one before going to the ground. Dahlia, I'm going to need to watch this game tomorrow. Work phone calls for the last 45. Oof. You're all good. You're all good. Hey, have a great night, Dahlia. Thank you. Thank you for staying up late to watch Thursday night with us. I appreciate you. This is a close game. It is, man. We know what Rodgers can do too, man. He's I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. You don't want to give guys that have been in the league for a long time. You don't want to give them opportunities towards the end of the game because they're going to come away. Usually they're going to come away with some points to at least take the lead. Tell work you have important people to talk to about important things. Then yell, "Go Pack, go," and hang up. They'll understand. Her boss is like, "Well, I shouldn't allow it, but she sounded confident, and I gotta respect it." All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 39 after a great return by Kenneth Gainwell. Rodgers under center, single back in the backfield, single receiver to that right side. Toss to the left. This one not going to be as successful, picking up only about 2 or 3. I think the Bengals might be ready for those tosses, man. I think they're sick of dealing with those. All right, Rodgers alone in the shotgun. He's got two receivers on that right side, and actually they're gonna make some changes here. Rodgers now in the shotgun. Warren to his left. Two tight end set. Toss to the left. And only picks up another 2 or 3 yards there down near the 45. I should have done that. All right, we got 3rd and 4, 3 receivers on that right side. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. He's got a single receiver there, kind of on the left side there. Just a little guy. Be careful. Might give him a first down. Throw over the middle and incomplete. Trying to get it to Pat Fryermuth over the middle. And the Bengals defense, I think they sniffed that one out because there was about 2 guys that were getting there as the ball was. And then another one was running down the field. Drums, drums, drums. Rodgers signaling something here. All right, we got 5:26 left in the game. And the Steelers are going to have to punt this one away. Ooh, great punt there, man. Downing it right around the 10. So the Bengals don't need a touchdown here. I mean, they do. It would be nice, but technically a field goal. And if you can eat 3 to 4 minutes of this clock, a field goal would make it a 2-possession lead. It would make it 9 points. So whatever, after the field goal, even if the Steelers were able to just drive down the field in a couple seconds and score a touchdown, 2-point conversion, whatever, they would still be down by 1 point and still need to get the ball back on an onside kick. So we'll see what the Bengals can do, man. This would be a great drive, man. This would be, I guarantee you, man, Joe Flacco would be able to endear himself to the fans of Cincinnati if he can get a big win tonight. I think that would automatically be worth the trade. Automatically. If they can get a win over the Steelers, divisional game, short week, and you finally break the 4-game losing streak, that would be worth giving up the 5th or 6th round draft pick that they gave for him. Joan concurs. She's like, yes. If we can get a win tonight, it was worth the trade. I don't care. There we go. Oh, man. Hey, you know who's been quiet, man? They're highlighting him now, man. T.J. Watt has been pretty quiet. He was kind of in on that sack with Keanu Benton. I don't think he got credit for it. I think Keanu got the whole sack. All right. 1st and 10 from the 10. Flacco under center. Single receiver to the left. Flacco lofting this one, and it's nearly caught by Jamar Chase. Nearly caught it one-handed. I think that was that would have been a blind catch. I don't think he saw the ball. I think it just instinctively he put his hand up. Chase getting tired. Hey, Seastrom, good night. Heading out. Hey, Seastrom, always appreciate you, my man. Thank you for popping in. All right, 4 receiver set. Joe in the shotgun, running back to his left. Might be right, man. Chase has been busy tonight. Flacco taking off and running to the 20 and slides at the 21. The old man with the wheels. Picking up a first down. Woo! Look at that, man. Running. Oh, my goodness, man. Wow, dude. Joe Flacco taking off and running like he's trying to get to those hard candies first. He's like, oh, I love the ones that have maple in them. All right, ball at the 22, 1st and 10. Flacco lofting this one, incomplete. Don't really understand why they're not running the ball, man. Chase has been doing relatively fine, picking up 3 or 4 yards per carry. Like, I get it. I think you're trying to catch the Steelers' offense off guard. Plus, the passing game has really been working. But when you don't get a catch, you stop the clock, and you don't want to give Rodgers a second opportunity here. You don't want to give him as much time. All right, Flacco in the shotgun. Pressure, and down he goes for a sack. And T.J. Watt and Cam Hayward, the 2 veteran leaders on this defense, making a play, bringing down Joe Flacco to set up a 3rd and long. Dahlia with the screeching wheels. Bleeding from the elbow and all. Heck yeah. Root beer candles were my fave. Or the strawberry. Oh, strawberries were good. Strawberries were good. Sack. F the pressure. 3rd and 18. Ball at the 14. Now they decide to run. You might as... I don't like that one. Like, if you're going to throw on 1st and 2nd down, throw on 3rd down. You're like, come on. So that picked up, I think, 2 yards, 4th down. And I'm not going to try to criticize Zach Taylor, but what is the rationale of running the ball on 3rd and a mile? You're 2-4, man. You're on a 4-game losing streak. You've been doing such a great job for most of this game. Since the 2nd quarter, you've been beating the Steelers. Why are you getting conservative now? You started throwing the ball. You just drew up a play where Joe Flacco ran for 12 yards. Why are you getting conservative on 3rd and long? Throw it. There's a good chance you might pick it up. The coverage hasn't been good for the Steelers. I don't know. To me, that was a dumb decision. It was a I don't even want to say a safe decision. It was a dumb decision. It's like, come on, man. Anyway. David, marathon training. All right. Rodgers, 246. With a chance to win this one, down by 6. Oh, look at that, man. Rodgers taking a hit of, I think it was ayahuasca. Just trying to get the colors looking. All right, empty, 5 receiver set. Rodgers, time. He's going to take off and run. Throws down the field and incomplete. Trying to get it to his big tight end, Darnell Washington. 2nd and 10. And the Bengals are without Trey Hendrickson in this game, arguably their best defensive. Oh, actually, no. That was Wilson, the linebacker, getting a hand on that one. I thought that just glanced right off of Washington's hands, but that was a great defensive play by the Bengals. All right, ball at the 42. Rodgers, time, over the middle, finds Wilson who has been having a pretty solid night, man. I think that is his third catch for a third first down, but wipe that one away. Holding penalty on the Steelers. And that's on the former first round pick, Broderick Jones. Yeah, he hooked him for sure. Steelers, 7 penalties for 59 yards. This will set up a 2nd and 20 for the Steelers. Forward receiver set. Rodgers pressured, gets away, throws it down the field, and finds Pat Freiermuth to the 20, 25, 15, 10. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wow. I think I said 20, 25. To the 20, to the 15, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Wow, dude. Just a wide open tight end down the field. And right now we have a tie game barring the extra point. 2:21 left in the game. The Bengals will have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. And the extra point is right down the middle. Dave, you got so excited you scared my dogs. I'm sorry. It was just shocking. I just wasn't expecting to see a 250-pound tight end wide open. Like, nobody was covering him. Nobody. Even the guy that was near him, which was only 3 yards away, ran past him. Apologize to the doggos for me. I'm sorry. Got way too excited. Rodgers just holding up his hands, yelling like a madman. The ayahuasca's just kicking in right now. No. Come on, Cincinnati. Come the F on. Don't blow. All right. Well, we just saw one geriatric quarterback make a great throw. Can we see another? Can we see Flacco? All right. Stumbling across the 20 and spun down at the 30. So a decent return there for the Bengals. Down by a single point. Can they don't need a touchdown. They just need to eat up as much clock and kick a field goal here, and they would win. All right, so we got 2:15. Probably run a play here and get it to the 2-minute warning. So it looks like the play has been blown dead by the referees. We'll see what's going on. And unfortunately, on that touchdown throw, man, that would have been great to have a guy like Trey Hendrickson putting a little bit of pressure on Rodgers. 1st and 10. Flacco in the shotgun. Quick throw to the right side. Wide open, Jamar Chase, and will stay in bounds. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning here in Cincinnati. The Bengals have the ball with an opportunity to take the lead late in this game. Oh, Joan, don't put the broken heart. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Don't forget, man, Joe Flacco has as many Super Bowl rings and as many Super Bowl MVPs as Aaron Rodgers does. All right. They can do it. Let's go, Kitties. Let's go. We got a lot of people pulling for the Bengals in this game. I think the only person that I can think of that's in this chat that was pulling for the Steelers was Seastrom. And he has gone to bed. Yeah, because Steve, Bengals. Dahlia, Bengals. Joan, Bengals. And I think David picked the Bengals to win this game. Granted, that was before Joe Burrow got hurt. Oh, we got the Tigers. There you go, man. Look at all these emojis, man. Let's go. All right, looks like we're coming back from the commercial break here. Final 2 minutes of this wild game. 1 point lead for the Steelers. Bengals with a 1st and 10 from the 45. Flacco looking. Throws it underneath. Chase to the 50, to the 45, to the 40. And we'll get it down near the 36. And they are nearing field goal range. I think McPherson is good from this range here. So at this point, it's just about don't turn the ball over. Take as much clock. Sorry, try to take as much time off the clock, I should say. Rodgers, little worried there. I think I saw him wipe away a little bit of sweat after that first down. All right, ball at the 37, handoff off the middle. Chase spinning his way down to the 35, picking up 2 yards. And I think the Steelers are going to start using some timeouts here. Yep. I'm just going for them because 2 and 4 is a terrible start. Their quarterbacks are cool and well. I'm still mad at Ron for letting the money go to his head. Oh, money bags on the side, practicing the kick. There we go. Oh man. Yeah, I think whoever loses this one, whichever quarterback loses this one. Hold on, Flacco throwing to the left. He's got T. Higgins inside the 10, down to the 6, and smartly slides down inbounds. And the Steelers are forced to use their second timeout here. Incredible. Jalen Ramsey just unable to handle either Jamar Chase or T. Higgins tonight. Having one of his worst games, at least that I've ever seen. Kitty Higgins should be proud, man. T. Higgins doing the Higgins name proud tonight. Wow, dude. Forgot. I got to take out that other timeout there for the Steelers. They are down to one, stopping the clock with 1:39 left in the game. Once again, you're basically at the 7. Yeah, run the ball, I guess. Oh, there you go. Take a knee. Joe Flacco just trying to center this ball for McPherson, and the Steelers will take their final timeout here. Stop the clock at 1:37. Let me see here. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to do the math in my head. So the Bengals can basically run this clock down to basically within 15 to maybe 12 seconds before the kick. Maybe 16, I don't know, give or take. Because there's usually about a second or two difference. Oh, there you go. Smartly taking up as much time before taking the knee. So once again, it looks like the Bengals are in great shape here. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a possibility, and I don't want to say it directly, but we know what has happened this season with special teams. If you know, you know. I've seen Higgins come through so many games at the end when they need him most. Absolutely, man. T. Higgins, man, like the Avatar. Sometimes he disappears. But when the world needed him most, he comes in. Do the Bengals only have one cheerleader? Yeah, unfortunately, the NFL doesn't really like to pay their cheerleaders, or the teams don't like to pay cheerleaders. So it was either they all get $10 or one of them gets $1,000 for the game. But she's able to kind of distribute that how she wishes. Dahlia, no, number two, you and me. All right, Bengals. Actually, sorry, they forgot. They've been using their second time out. They're about to use their last one here. Winding this clock all the way down to 11 seconds. There you go. All right, Bengals with no timeouts left. 11 seconds left. This is for the game. It's either going to win. If he makes it, it's a win for the Bengals. And if they do the unthinkable, the Steelers will come away with a 1-point victory. Look at that, man. The old guys coming in. Rodgers giving his team the lead late in the game, but might have given way too much time for old Joe Flacco. Old Joe Cool. All right, Moneybags in for this kick. What's it going to be, man? Can the Bengals snap a 4-game losing streak tonight? Snap, hold, kick. It's good! It's good! And the Bengals have won on Thursday Night Football. Moneybags. 7 seconds left. I might have gotten a little too excited. We've seen some wilder things from Rodgers. But 7 seconds left. Wow. Oh, man. The Bengals take a lead here with 7 seconds left. And McPherson has been borderline perfect all night. That might have actually been his worst kick. That looked ugly. It looked like it was spinning Basically, not even end over end, and it actually kind of veered to the left a little bit. But it was good enough because it doesn't matter if you're perfect, as long as it gets in between those poles, it's the same points, man. OMG is correct. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Joe Flacco, Joe Drool. Oh, woo. Well, I was gonna make the joke and I forgot to finish it, but whichever quarterback loses the game is gonna have to return their AARP card at the end of this one. Kick is away, and it'll be downed in the end zone. So the Steelers, with 7 seconds left, Joe able to get potentially a big win here, but we will see what Aaron Rodgers does here. Come on, Cincinnati, let's go. Oh, Joan Who Day. Dahlia Flacco, so chill, no reaction. Nah. All right, man. Ball at the 35. We've seen Rodgers throw a Hail Mary from roughly around this spot. All right, 1st and 10. Forward receiver set. Rodgers in the shotgun, running back to his left. Quick throw to the outside and getting it down near the 40. So picking up 5 yards. Just trying to make that that Hail Mary maybe just a little bit cleaner. All right. 2nd and 5. Four receivers set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Rodgers in the shotgun with a running back to his right. Rolling out. Crow hop, chucking this one. Let's see what he's got. Down, no! Cincinnati gets a big win. And I got to give it to Rodgers, man. That one would have been in the end zone. It literally would have been only about a yard into the end zone, but it would have gotten there. I think if he maybe would have taken a little bit of an extra step, towards the line of scrimmage and just launched that one, might have had a chance. Holy cow, man. I've been talking for so long, my voice finally cracked. Oh my goodness, man. What a freaking game. Every single time, there's like, this team is going to blow this team out. Like with the Patriots game. What was it last week? I forgot what game it was. It might have been Cowboys in Carolina. There were talks of the Cowboys being like a touchdown or 10-point favorite. And then this one, everybody thought the Steelers were going to be able to keep on rolling that 4-1 against a pretty bad Bengals team. Every single time, man, I was like, I don't know, man. These two match up well. Holy cow, man. What a freaking win. Does it have it tonight for his game? There we go. OMG, but seriously, what a freaking throw. Yeah, dude. Rodgers, man, is telling you, man, these guys, like Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers, they're like heavyweight boxers, man. The last thing that they lose is that final punch, man, that power. That's the last thing they have, man. Phew, needed that win. I should take an aspirin. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's do a little bit of an update here on the records. The Steelers will drop to 4-2. And the Bengals improving to 3-4, getting their first win since losing Joe Burrow. And is it a coincidence that the guy that gives them that win is also named Joe? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Joes are good luck for Cincinnati, man. What a throw. Scared me. Yeah, man. Right, Rodgers, he was giving some vibes from that Detroit throw, man. The miracle in Motown from like, what, like a decade ago at this point. I remember watching that throw live when I was in college. I was literally I was eating some fries as I was studying for, I think it was studying for a quiz that was like supposed to happen the next day, and I was just watching that game and that throw, man, wow, 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 wow. Baby aspirin, baby aspirin. Holy cow, man, holy cow. Steve, Joan, Dahlia, David, they did it, man. The Bengals upset the Pittsburgh Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. And Joe Flacco earning that right to be traded, man. He gets a win for the Bengals. Joan, oh, absolutely. Yeah, Google Miracle in Motown. And yeah, that was a wild game. Also, that game, the I think the Packers during that game, they trailed at one point. I might be wrong. They either trailed by 17 or by 20 points at some point in that game. And yeah, definitely look up that one. That Rogers that'll show you a lot of what you need to know about Aaron Rodgers, man. That guy just has the arm, has the skills to. There's a reason why he was one of the best, greatest quarterbacks of all time. I should say, still is. You know, I don't think you lose that title, really. But wow, man, what a freaking win! What a freaking game! And all these divisional games, man, they've been coming down to the wire, and I appreciate it because nobody, as much as I would love my Packers to just steamroll every team, the game is better and it's more interesting when it's close. That's just the way it is. Holy cow! All right, let's look at the final stat line here for this game. All right, Rodgers fairly efficient, especially after throwing the two picks here. But Rodgers finishes 23 of 34, 249 on the day, four touchdowns, two interceptions. Jalen Warren, 16 for 127, averaged nearly 8 yards per carry. Wild. Pat Fryermuth, 5 for a buck 11 through the air, two touchdowns. DK Metcalf, 3 for 50. 3 for 50. Jalen Warren tacking on 31 receiving yards to his total. So that gives him 158 yards from scrimmage on the day. So Warren had a great game. Giannis Smith, 3 for 28 and a touchdown. Rome Wilson, 2 for 17. And Darnell Washington, 3 catches for just 2 yards, but one touchdown. So he caught 3 passes, 2 yards, one touchdown. That's hilarious. 3-2-1. I love it. Keanu Benton with the 1 sack. Cam Hayward and TJ Watt sharing a sack. And the Bengals, Joe Flacco. Let's see here. Good game. Thanks for the play-by-play. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anytime, anytime. No, I appreciate you being here, Joan. Appreciate you. Joe Flacco, 31 for 47, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Chase Brown, 11 carries, a buck 08 on the ground. And Jamar Chase, 16 catches tonight for 161 yards and a touchdown. T. Higgins, 6 for 96 and a touchdown. Andre Yoshivash, 3 for 49 And Noah Fant, 4 for 44 and a touchdown. There we go. Steve, Steelers are mid team, always was and always will be. Dallas is better. Thank you for the stream, my friend, and good night. Steve, good night, my man. I appreciate you guys being here, especially on a Thursday. Hopefully, you guys don't have to work early tomorrow, so I appreciate you guys. Let me see here. I think that is basically it, guys. Heck of a game. A 2-point victory for the Bengals. 33-31 over Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If any of you guys are new, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe. But regardless, I appreciate you being here, and I will catch you guys on Sunday for 3 games, man. We got a busy week, and it's gonna be a couple great games this week, man. So thank you. Have a great night, guys. Once again, my name is Dave, and I'm not a coach. Thank you.